Welcome back to our coaching network. Again, I am Pat Curran here, one of the co-founders. Tonight, we are talking cover 3 A to Z with Tulane DB's coach, Josh Christian Young. Josh, take it from here. Appreciate you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate your time. I know everybody's time is kind of short, and we're getting ready to come on the season, and just really appreciate Pat letting me come on here and talk a little bit. So I'm not going to have this be a lot of philosophy stuff. I'm really going to jump into kind of the nuts and bolts of kind of what we did and what we were. So, this is what we call in cover 3 A to Z, right? So we're going to kind of crawl, walk, run you through some stuff. But the first thing I would say is, as you look at your defensive back end, so we're going to play 5 guys all the time, right? We're going to play 2 safeties, a nickel, and 2 corners. And now that nickel can come out of, the safety room, the corner room. It kind of just depends. But I think the number one thing you have to ask is, who are the best 5 DBs we have? Because I think a lot of time as DB coaches, we kind of pigeonhole ourselves, that nickel spot. Well, the nickel's got to be a nickel, or the nickel's got to come out of the corner room, or the nickel's got to come out of the safety room, or, the starting strong safety gets hurt and the next best guy is a freshman. Well, the next best player is really at nickel. You know what I mean? So the first thing you have to ask is, who are your best 5 players? And the second thing you have to ask yourself is, what are we good at? And then what are we bad at? And that's something Coach Fritz makes ask us all the time. About once a week, we talk about it. And for us, I have been a Rip Liz match cover 3 guy for about 8 years. Love it. I believe in that. But when you looked at us last year, we had 3 safeties that were really good players. We had 2 corners who were really good players. And that nickel, to get the 3 safeties on the field, because they were our best 5, our nickel had to be a safety, and he wasn't an elite cover guy. And so the year before, we gave up a ton of explosive plays. And then this year, we were at PFF, right? We were the number 1 of everybody that won conference championship games. We get the least amount of explosive plays in the back end and in the run game. So I think part of that was because we looked at ourselves, we did a good job of evaluation and saying, this is who we are, this is what we were. We cannot be a Rip Liz match cover team. We went to spot drop 3. So I'm going to kind of go through what would be a normal meeting for us, kind of how we would install with the kids, right? So you can see it says, single high coverage meeting. So here we always start obviously talking to our kids about a count system. So like most of you guys, we're going to count outside in. Really what we've kind of gone to even is, instead of naming receivers, we actually draw it up like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, right? So we're always going to start with the count system, so everybody's on the same page. All right. And then this is something we do. So in cover 3, right, you got to talk about where the strengths are and where the weaknesses are, right? Well, everybody's going to attack spot drop 3 with 4 verts. It is what it is, right? And there's kind of this no cover zone you can see here that's really, 5 yards and under, how we want to look at it, right? And that's an area that we're going to avoid. We're going to rally to anything. We want everything thrown into that area. We're going to rally and tackle all the stuff that's in that no cover zone. You can see the flats really around the numbers, that curls right inside the numbers, right? Those seams are just outside the hash, and our strong and weak hook really are on the hash, right? And obviously we have our 3 deep players right there. So you can see kind of how we do it. We talk to the guys about this, and we try to explain to them exactly what routes they're going to get when it comes to this stuff. So obviously here, right, last year we were almost all vision and break cover 3. Again, we've been Rip Liz match, but because of who we had, we decided we needed to do this. So we were able to study a lot of NFL teams. PFF's a beautiful thing. I think we watched the 49ers heavily, a couple other NFL teams, but that's kind of the team we tried to mimic a bunch when we went to this, right? And so we talked to our outside third players. You can see there it says, versus a single receiver, we're going to play a tight third, right? Which basically is going to be like what we call, some people call it mod. We'll call it mess here, right? Which is man except shallow, just the way we define it. And then you can see with 2 receivers or 3 receivers, we're going to get 1 yard. Top of the numbers is our depth of dividing. Now that's huge because, if you're getting 4 verts, he's got to be able to overlap a little bit. So we're always beating those corners up, right? With 2 or 3 threats, right? They've got to get to their landmark. And then the middle third player, we have some stuff. I'm not going to show a bunch of it. We have some stuff where we'll cap the run. We're going to play that guy a little bit more flat-footed probably than most people will for reading the RPO game. And then he's going to push through the middle X of the field. Now that will change, obviously, if you were playing match or you were playing man free, and then kind of where your help is or where the threats are, we'll cheat and lean that guy one way or the other. Like we played SMU and their #1 receiver who got drafted by the Chiefs. He had like 148 targets. The next guy had 40 when we played them, right? So we were going to lean our high safety to that guy. And so, with the curl flat players, we really want to get a mandatory reroute, out of the seam. And you go back, you can see what we define as a seam is kind of just right outside those hashes. We can't allow that throw right in that little window. Obviously, we're going to hold off the curl. We'll drive to the flat, that no cover zone. We're going to tell those guys they're 10 to 12 yards deep on the bottom of the numbers. Now, you play Caleb Williams in the Cotton Bowl, we're going to push those landmarks out a little bit wider, you know what I mean? So it kind of just depends on how, who you're playing, what their arm strength is. Sometimes we'll change that, to the field and to the boundary, but this is a very generic presentation right now. And then to me, this is the whole key in any, if you're playing rip blitz match or you're going to play spot drop 3, is how you play your strong and your weak hook players, right? And so our strong hook, some people will say high elevator, low elevator. Some people will say low hook, high hook, right? But our strong hook defender, it says reroute if necessary. He's never really going to reroute because they have the run pass read conflict. So he's going to be a vision dropper. And we tell that guy, you got to push to the hash, which should be the field hash, balls in the middle of the field, your hash, right? 10 to 12 yards deep on that hash. Right. The weak hook defender is a vision dropper as well. He's going to drop 14 yards deep, playing high to low on the hash. Now it's important because a lot of balls in college football are thrown on or near the hash, that these two players are going to be locked and loaded right there and have good vision on the quarterback. The other thing we will do with both these two guys is, a lot of people do it with only the weak hook. We'll do it with the strong hook. Is we're going to take those guys. If we get play action cross country routes, they're going to chase over routes, which you're going to see here in a second, right? So again, we defined it where their landmarks are. Now we're going to show them this a little visual, right? So you can see, cover 3, our middle X player. And the reason why we use X's is you're going to see once you teach this, right, you can get into the simulated creeper world. You can insert safeties into different spots. We could rotate the coverage, run roll to the field, roll to the boundary. There's lots of different things you can do. So we're going to teach everybody on the back end is going to learn all those things you just saw. They're going to learn what a curl flat player is, strong hook, weak hook, curl flat, right? And they're going to know the landmarks for the middle third. You're never really going to have a linebacker be the middle third player, right? But it's good to teach everybody. And we kind of got this from the Seahawks who went out there, right? And we'll go through different routes, different progressions, and we'll randomly pick guys. Hey, how would this affect the strong hook player? How would this affect the curl flat player? So we're kind of always building and teaching everybody. Now that gives you a lot of bullets in your ammo when you're calling defenses, right? And so now this is out of a 3x1. So really, not a whole lot changes. It really should be a tight third over here into the boundary, right? Curl flat. And now we always talk to our curl flat player. You run with the wheel route of 3. You never run with the wheel route of 2, right? So, if we get any type of backtrack line, if we got any type of post wheel routes, right? Our curl flat player is not going to take that. Our corner is pushing to his landmark depth and divider, and now it should take us right there to our high safety or our middle third player, right? And so here definitely we would alert his spidey senses should be tingling for the weak hook defender in a 3x1 that he's going to handle the over route of 3 if we get that route, right? Because you can get drained out a little bit, but there's spot drop 3 helps you, right? So this is how we'll do it, day one. This right now is just the DBs. And so all we're working is a different type of deep ball drill, right? So we've got a line of safeties here. We've got the corners over here, and we're trying to maximize our reps. So we've got the quarterback standing over here. And right now we're pushing, saying this is a deep middle shot play. So you can see, the safety, Larry Brooks, he's in camp with the Bengals right now, right? Is pushing to the middle, but the quarterback gives him a shoulder. Boom, Larry goes. It's important he gets his elbows up above his eyes. And all we're doing here is we're just working tracking, right? Now, some of this stuff you're not necessarily going to get, right? Here we have the corners press. This was the best film we had. A lot of times what Coach McCluskey, our corners coach, will do is he'll have these guys bail it, right, to 1 yard top of the numbers. But I like this drill really more so for the middle third player. If you get a good quarterback that can give you an indicator igniter with the shoulder and throwing deep balls here. And so now all we've got, right, is we've got our our corner working a man technique, going out, boom, getting his elbows up above his eyes, going up, boom, high point in the football. So that's all we're working there. And so now, right, we'll break this down even less, right? So you can kind of see the linebackers working a ball drill up top, but now we've got a quarterback here and we're working our safety. So we've drilled this a little bit different. I don't have the film on this right now for you guys, right? But we'll cap the run a little bit more in what we're doing here. Right now we're working. And the key is you can see this guy's got a red jersey. He's a quarterback for us, right? So we'll tell this guy as he's pushing to the middle X when he's got his run read, right? Let's go ahead and lean, right? And so if his hand's on the football here, right, and he's looking this way, we can go ahead and just cheat a zone and lean this way. But we can't come out of our break until his hand comes off the ball, right? Now, Caleb Williams would look this way and throw it this way because he's an elite player, right? But most quarterbacks have to lean. So you can see the quarterback's overdoing it, right? He's giving him a shoulder, right? The safety's going to lean this way. Boom, hands off the ball. The safety's breaking. Now we're going to track the ball, track it, elbows above our eyes. Nice, right? And it's just a way to maximize a bunch of reps. And so now here's our corners coach, Coach McCleskey, right? They're working bail. So for us, when we bail, all right, it's not going to be 100% because we only have one field at Tulane. So yeah, we want this guy to get, to the 1 yard top of the numbers if he can, right? But because of field space, and he's got to be over. So we're going to go ahead and make our stance look the same, but we should be pivoting, right, off this outside foot. And the reason why I want to pivot off that outside foot, if I can pivot, it's going to help me explode and lean back this way, right? So you can see 26 is going off his back foot. Boom, pivot off that outside foot right there, right? Getting the deep ball going up, boom, elbows above his eyes. You can see we are working the top of the numbers. Now, I know the split spacing is a little different, but it's because of the field we have, right? So here's another shot just going back the other way, right? Pivoting off that out. That one's way better, right? He's going to pivot off his outside foot. Boom. Eyes vision on the quarterback going up. And you heard me say it a few times, right? Elbows above our eyes. So you can see here, right? If, a lot of times on deep balls, one, we don't take the extra step. And two, what we do, right, is we don't extend our arms, right? So if we can extend our arms and get our elbows up above our eyes, my hands are extended, my arms are, and I can go get that ball. If my elbows are below my eyes, I'm going to short gator arm it. I'm not going to be able to pick the ball off. All right, so here's the same type of drill. Now we're just working, we work different routes with this. This is like saying he's messed right now and he's working and we're giving the post route, boom, boom by the receiver. So now he's working. So obviously if this was two receivers, he'd be depth and divider, but here it's one. So we're just working, trying to get different range, tracking the football in the air right here. Really nice job by Jalen Monroe going up and getting the football right there. And we'll do this with them off and we'll have them run verticals. We'll have them run post. We'll have them run, comeback routes, different things like that, right? So we're going to work this dude as much as we can. Now here we're running post, but really we run all types of routes with this right here. But this is another way to work ball drills. Like here, don't like this, right? You see it, right? You saw the guy before, his elbows were above his eyes. Like we should be going up and high pointing that football. He's gator arming it. That gives the receiver a chance to come in and break it. Not a very good rep right there. All right, and so now here's our inside and out. Here's our inside linebackers, our Mike and our Will working their strong hook and weak hook drops. So they're going to break. And again, this is a little bit of field spacing issues with us here at Tulane, but they're going to work in drop. So they're saying the football obviously is here. They're going to push out 5 yards to get to their landmarks. And now you can see it's a nice job of them, right, working off the quarterback. You can see the quarterback, Tim Kennedy, one of our GAs, is doing a good job of looking this way. So now our underneath droppers can cheat a zone over, right? And now they're just getting 2 footballs with Coach Moots, right, and Coach Kennedy. But once the hand's off the ball, we should be breaking, going to track the football right there. This is a same drill, just another angle of it, right? And so you can see, boom, here they're working a quick 3-step drop. So you can see right now our quarterback is going to catch throw. Right, boom, catch, throw. You can see 47 is going to break flat, right, looking at the ball. Boom, boom. Again, we got some field spacing issues. That's kind of why you see what we got right here. All right, so now this is our outside linebackers. All right, so again, there's a million different ways that you can drill this, right? And there's a million different ways that you can that you can insert players. Once you teach the general concept of who does what, it's endless now on what we can do. So here, right, this is our field end, and so he's going to drop as the strong hook dropper here, right? So this is when I coach the outside backers. I'm just giving him a run pass read right now. So you can just run pass read. You can see it's high hat, clear as day. Boom, right? He's going to drop. Would love to see him here more, but I do like his vision on the quarterback. We're not throwing it here. Right now, we're just working, right? Those guys dropping. So it's just a way to get our field in and his creeper, a simulated pressure to drop. So here's just another rep of it. Don't like to step up. I mean, those guys may false step a little bit, but if he's going to, he should be like he's pass rushing. But clear as day, he sees I'm high hat. Boom, right? He's pushing the drop with vision. Better vision, and you got to have your shoulder pad squared to the line of scrimmage right now, right? All right, so here's our, that was us working the strong hook drop. So here's our inside backers. It's us at the Cotton Bowl. This is one of the number one ways that we felt like USC was going to get us, and a lot of people will try to get you, right? So you can see our linebackers, they're working a mesh, and here comes the over route. So again, I told you, right, that we chase over routes with our strong hook and our weak hook players, right? So this right now, right, is our strong hook defender. Boom, working it. You can see he gets the hard play action. Boom, he's looking to hunt and find the over route. Here's our weak hook dropper. Boom, now he's looking to find the over route, right? Because, that's that dead area they're going to try to hit. And if they're running 4 verts, that ball, I know it's on the sideline, but that ball is going to be thrown somewhere over here. So really nice job by Corey Platt, boom, of chasing Nick Anderson, who's with the Saints right now, right there, getting underneath it. Because if we throw this football and they're throwing it here, that ball better have some air on it for us to be able to overlap. Now, this is you saw Carlos playing the field end. Now this is our stand-up end, what we call our dog. All right, he's in a 2-point stance now, right? And so now, same type of drill setup. Boom, he's just pushing. You can see now we're just teaching the landmarks. There he is at the bottom of the numbers, right? Playing with vision. We give him a ball. Boom, he'd break downhill right there. So this is us just in OTAs, just kind of working this drill. Boom, stepping up, playing with vision. Boom, breaking downhill right on the throw, right? So again, this is our will linebacker doing it now. So you saw our dog, right? Our stand-up end is usually here. But now here's if you make your will linebacker, your weak hook defender, which is always good. And now, you'll start to see this more, but we really talk with our curl flat guys about working curl flat and then hinging, right, with vision on the quarterback. Because again, if we get cross country over routes, we've got to be able to hinge with depth. And you're going to see us working that drill here with our curl flat defenders to the field here in a second. But this is Dorian Williams, who's a 3rd round draft pick with the Bills. Really good player for us working it. And so now this gets cut off a little bit, but here we are at the safety position last year, right? So I'll kind of stand back here to really help coach those dudes. But right now we're working the same drill, right? And we're pushing curl to flat, and we're going to open up and hinge. So now we're simulating, we're getting that over route. So visualize it right now. Boom. Lummies flip his hips with vision back this way. When I played, we used to stay our shoulder this side, right? But this hinge has been huge for us. And so Lummy's hinging right now, and you can see the ball's getting thrown like it would be getting thrown on some type of cross-country over route in this area, right? Really nice job of sinking. Want to see him go up and attack it. Boom, elbows up above his eyes, right? Boom. And so I'm standing right here coaching him up about, hey, get your elbows up above your eyes, high point the ball, take the extra step. Boom, we're real big on ball security. We want to chin that thing. We don't want to swing it. Right, so here's Larry Brooks with the Bengals, right? Same thing, right? Curl, flat, hinge, here it comes. Boom, track it, elbows up above his eyes. So again, we're just working it, different ways to get it, right? Different people doing the same thing right here. This is a nice one by Contrell Webb, a freshman for us. Boom, flipping his hips with vision. Go up though, lazy. And again, you saw in this clip, right? This kid was in camp with the Colts. This kid signed a big-time free agent deal with the Bengals, right? And now you see them doing it, right? Elbows above their eyes. And now you've got a freshman, and it's part of it, right? Control's going to be a really good player for us, right? But no, go up and get the ball, right? Elbows up above your eyes right there. All right, and so now, same drill. Guys, just working it the other way. So here's Lummy, right? Boom. Maybe a little quick by the quarterback throwing this one. Would like to see him hinge a little bit more, right? But just trying to work and track it and take the extra step. This is a good one by Larry, right? Curl flat hinge. You can see him opening up with vision. So now you'll see a couple clips here in a second, right? If we're taking away these over routes, right? These cross country routes, see, I'm trying to get the quarterback to throw it to me right here. If we can get these routes taken away and make them check it down to here in that no cover zone, we win. Throws in the no cover zone don't count, right? Just the same as we talk about the corners. Like if they run the vertical comeback on you and that ball's caught the tick marks, like it's a great throw and great catch. It doesn't matter, right? So we don't really count those percentage throws. Like for us, automatically, if we can tackle it and they throw in the no cover zone, it's a win for us right here. But really nice job of just working the drill different ways, guys, getting different people to do it. And so now this is the money drill. So we're working, we call any type of cover three we want to this of our calls. And so you've seen us crawl, walk, run this thing, right? And so now we put it all together with a back seven. So you can see this is our outside third player. Here's our curl flat. Here's our strong hook player, right? Here's our middle third player. Here's our outside third player. Now our will linebacker is our curl flat player. And our free safety is our weak hook defender. So you've seen them all work these drills up until now. And so we'll have a quarterback stand back here. And it's the same drill you just saw linebackers do with cheating his own. It's the same thing you've seen the safeties do with curl flat hinge. You've seen the corners where they're bailing or playing off and going to a third. We put it all together and we're working field spacing. So when we started doing this drill on their landmarks, right, we went ahead and put dots. As we progressed and got better at it, we took the dots away. And so now everybody's playing with vision on the quarterback, right? And you can see some people it's a little bit easier than others, right? The quarterback throws the football, boom, bang, right? We catch it. And now it just turns into an interception drill, right? Go block, go score, right? And so we're just working the transition there. Really nice ball security, keeping it high and tight. You can see it better here from the end zone. And so we'll watch this, right? And boom, right? We give them different formations. You can see that this is a 2x2 formation here. We'll give them different formations, but you see us just playing with vision. Bang, right? Quarterback throws it. Boom, we're rallying. So just different ways to work it. We'll call all our different deals. You can see right now we've got our dog standing there. We'll have our end out here sometimes and have them drop to their landmarks. But right now, all right, so all we've done in this one is now our will linebacker is the weak hook, our freeze, the curl flat player, right? Everybody else is the same. And you can see, boom, right? Push, hinge, right? Landmark, a little bit wider, but pretty good, right? Pretty good here to the field. Boom, ball's thrown, track it, go get it, right? So it's just different ways for us to work this. I think this is a very productive drill as you go crawl, walk, run, as you're teaching cover three. And I think it's a really easy drill that anybody can do at all levels. To be honest with you, right? We got this drill from the Cincinnati Bengals, right, with their film. And so it's a great drill for us. It really helped us. Now, this is how we improve this drill. So here, we played USC in the Cotton Bowl. And Caleb Williams is the best quarterback I've ever gone against, right? I hate to say it, he's better than Kyle Murray. He's better than Daniel Jones, right? Now, our guy here is pretty dang good, right? But this guy, he is an elite football player. And one of the best things he did is he kept plays alive and he scrambled. So what we did is we had the same drill set up. You can see we give them formation still with receivers. But back here, you'll see we have our specialist, because our specialists are studs. We got the toughest kicker, punter, snappers in America, and they're all in for the wave because when you come to our practices and you watch these dudes, they're always scouting for us, right? They come over over here on defense and they're running routes for us, right? They're playing quarterback, they're throwing ball drills. Like our dudes are tough and they're all in for the wave and they do an elite job of being great teammates. But here, we're going to work a scramble drill off of this, right? And so you can see we made the call. We've got it set up. And right now we have two guys. There's another guy stacked over here too. All right. So as you get this, right, boom, the ball snapped. And so sometimes we wouldn't have them run. Right? We just throw it normal. But right here, right, we'll blow a whistle. Boom, it's scramble. We'll curl flat hinge. And we've already predetermined with a GA and a GA where these guys are going to break, right? So you can see, boom, right? Break. There he goes, scrambles. Obviously, when you do this, right, you want to keep your hinge player and your third players have to stay deep. I don't remember if I put it on here, but there was one clip we had in here in this drill where one of our corners set on a route and got one thrown over his head. And then guess what happened in the game? He set on a route and he got one thrown over his head. So this is just another way for us to work this scramble drill, right? The spot drop vision drill. You can see our guys moving, plastering, cheating his own, rolling with the quarterback. It really good drill. And we actually get a pick in the Cotton Bowl off of this exact cover 3 with this exact drill that we worked, right? But this is a better clip of it, probably from the end zone. Don't like our strong hook defenders drop, right? He really needs to be here more. He's got to push, right? He's got to keep pushing. But now, boom, right? You can see we're telling the quarterback which way to scramble, right? We've already told the receivers where to go. And now, boom, there goes the scramble drill. We're working it, plaster, ball's thrown, really nice. All right, this is us doing it versus a 3-by-1. And now you can see, boom, right? The quarterback scrambles the other way now, all right? And you can see elite job by our kickers, right? Elite job by those dudes. You can see him, boom, break the scramble, right? Somebody's high, somebody's low, somebody's medium, right? Our scout team quarterback last year, Garrett Mamahat, was a stud, right? Elite look by our guys, boom, right? Really nice drill, really clean setup. You're not going to get as many reps when you scramble with this as you would as if they were, you're just doing it. But I thought this was great. I'm going to show you here in a second a clip of us getting a pick, just doing this drill alone. All right, so this is game clips. So again, once you teach the general concept of the curl flat, strong hook, and weak hook defenders, you can insert as you want, right? And so this is a clip, right? It's a 2-back set, but because of what we were playing, we kept this guy. He's mess, right? But he's working to the top of the numbers right here. We yes, in a tight third we would be mess because of what we thought we were going to get out of these dudes. We kept him mess, right? Which is man. I don't have a mouse. I'm sorry. Except shallow, right? But we kept him just regular 3 in this. So you can see it's a nice job of J-Bo working to 1 yard top of the numbers on his landmark, right? You can see our linebackers are dropping in a panic drop, right? You can see the ball gets thrown, but because he's 1 yard top of the numbers, if this guy ran a post route, it's going to go to the high safety. It should be taken care of. But really nice job of being 1 yard top of the numbers. It always helps when it's a bad throw. Pick the ball off. We don't score. Wish he was a little bit faster. All right, so here we are against Cincinnati. So now what we're going to do, all right, is this is our corner. He's the flat defender now. All right. Our free safety is the third player. So again, you can plug people into as you want to, right? In this. So everybody else stays the same, right? And this is the hardest deal. Play action's almost always going to get your linebackers sucked up in some way, shape, or form, right? And what happens is, boom, they get sucked up. Bad job by our Mike, right? He should be pushing once he recognizes it, right, to his landmark. That's going to the curl flat defender. So right now, because we got sucked up, it's oh crap central, right? But our middle third player does a really nice job back here, Larry Brooks, of closing the middle, right? He recognizes it, right? Pretty good throw by the quarterback. And I'm not getting into it too much, but what we talk about with these safeties quite a bit is break angles, right? So we have tons of drills. We'll break them at a 45-degree break. We work at 90-degree breaks. We have different types of deals we do with them, and I don't have enough time to get into all that. The one high presentation with the safety is an hour long in and of itself, right? But really nice job of Larry breaking at a 45, and we call this a strike zone hit. So we are a rugby-style tackling team here at Tulane. So right now we're fixing to be armpits and below. Really nice job by Larry keeping his head out of contact, right? But this is turning what should be a big play for them because our backers are sucked up here, right? Oh, crap central, right? But really nice job of keeping his head out of it. Bang, right? Strike zone hit and dislodging the football from the receiver. All right, so this clip actually, this really should be a touchdown. So we're playing ECU. You can see the score in the game. So what we're going to end up doing here, all right, is we're going to make, just like you saw our boundary corner a second ago, now our field corner is the curl flat player, right? And now our strong safety, right, is the outside third player. Really poor job by our free safety. Bad coaching by me here. So our free safety should be pushing to close the middle. And when you're a middle third player, you can never jump something unless the ball is thrown to that person, right? If something's in front of you, something's behind you. So Lummy jumps this. Oh, crap, central, right? But you can see because Larry Brooks, right, when I went back to the best 5 play, Larry Brooks in his career started at corner, nickel, strong safety, and free safety. So he's done this a bunch. So as the outside third player, he does a nice job of staying outside. Lummy really should be here. This ball should be thrown here, right? Which would have to be J-Bo's pick, right? But the ball's thrown under, it's not thrown well. Larry does a great job of playing with vision, going up and getting his elbows up above his eyes and tiptoeing in, which really was a huge play in the game, which really, won us the game. But this is a nice job, right? We're not celebrating. We're not doing, this is what we're supposed to do. He walks over, hands the ball with 2 hands to the official. Boom, right there. That's a really nice play. All right, so Central Florida, this is the conference championship game now. And so here, all right, you can see what we're really getting into now is we're getting into a drop 8. So, curl flat, weak hook, he's really our bonus dropper here. All right, but this is one of the benefits of spot drop 3. If you're in ripless match or man coverage, you're going to start, you're going to match a lot of these routes and take you out of it, right? And so now with this, our field corner is a flat defender again. Our strong safety is the third player. Our ankles, curl flat. Our ankles, excuse me. Our nickel is the bonus, is the strong hook player, right? Because he's our bonus dropper, right? But really nice job because we can play with vision, right? And we know the screen's coming. You can see our guys are really looking to beat blocks. Bang! Again, another strike zone hit by Macon Clark right there, who's in camp right now with the Chicago Bears. From Destrehan, a really strong, physical, violent player. But because we can play with vision, we're allowed to do things like this. All right, so this game, we played Memphis. We were up, I think, 35-0 at halftime. And you can see the score right now. So we are holding on to our butts. And really, right, our kids peaked very hard in this game. We were so high, we crashed. But we found a way to win. And so now, right, there's a tempo deal. Because we're playing 3, I know J-Bo's really working a bail. It's not an elite bail technique, right? But we're playing with vision. And you can kind of see, right, if they're running route, we talk to them all the time in the red zone, they're going to run routes to the front of the end zone and the back of the end zone, right? So when we're running this here, you can see where our guys are standing. We're daring them. If they throw the ball in the no cover zone, we're in good shape right now, right? And so J-Bo does a good job, right? They try to make the one-on-one throw. Not sure what they saw, why they did it. But they go to make the one-on-one throw. J-Bo does a nice job. Elbows up above his eyes, getting a huge pick right there, right, to win, to seal the game for the Wave. All right, so Cincinnati again. So here, right, there's lots of things you can do. Ripley's match, this becomes an issue. A lot of people call it tube, whatever you want to call it, with this drag route. Spot drop 3 kind of really takes that stuff away right now, right? But we're still communicating it. But people love mesh. It seems like it's the #1 route in college football right now, some type of mesh route. Well, if you're a ripless match, you're going to check this to zone. If you're a man, they're going to get you, right? And this is a good job because we're playing with vision. All we've done, we gave a little bit of a different look. You can see we've got our Mike lined up right here on line of scrimmage. He's still going to push and drop to the strong hook right now. All right, so you can see, right, versus this mesh, right, we're deeper. We're letting all these mesh routes, boom, run in front of us. And we know eventually there's going to be an OTB route, right, which is an over-the-ball route mesh. And so you can see their jersey 1 right here. He's coming to run that route. But right now, because we know, boom, right, once they get a lot of times once the back's out, with cut splits, it's mesh, right? So boom, right? Our kids are yelling it right now. We pass it off. Our weak hook defender's looking for the OTB route, which he's working to. This is really bad by our strong safety, though. Our strong safety on 4th and 2 says a little low, boom, and goes to jump this. If they throw this ball right here, we're in trouble. I'll show you good clips. I'll show you bad clips, right? Everybody makes mistakes. You got to be able to talk about when you mess up because you got to be able to correct it, right? So there's a clip. I showed you 2 clips of us messing up, right? And these 2 clips are going to end up working out for us, right? So the quarterback throws this ball to try to check it down. But again, this is our dog, right? This is Devin Deal from, El Paso / Dallas, Texas, right? He drops. You saw that drill that I worked a little bit ago when we had the golf carts on the field, all that stuff, right? That was Devin working this drill, right? That was when I coached the backers. And here, right, Devin's become a really good football player for us, but same drill, boom, same drop. See how he has vision? He knows what's coming. The quarterback throws it. Devin, he's 245 pounds, does a great job of breaking, tips it up, boom, Dorian gets a pick. Huge play in what was essentially the conference championship game, an extra conference championship game for us. Right, that was a huge play, but it's really nice job by number 90 right there. Again, tips and overthrows, we got to have them. All right, so here's that clip I was talking about, the scramble drill. So again, we've made our corner, the curl flat player up top. Right here, outside third player. All right, so he's gonna scramble. I'm just gonna tell you this right now, right? Well, because we worked that scramble drill, I mean, we're only rushing 3, right? We're dropping 8. So we're not gonna get great pressure. But he's keeping the play alive. But we knew he's a scramble thrower. He was not a scramble runner. That's what you got to talk to your kids a lot about. Is he going to scramble to run? Is he going to scramble to throw? This guy's a scramble thrower. So you can see, like right now, I was in the press box. I thought he was going to run for days. Right? Well, he goes to throw it. But you can see right now, we work the drill. And you can see our kids, right? Nobody's coming up. Our kids are staying deep right now. Right? Here's J-Bo, our corner. He's the curl flat player, right? Work the drill, work the drill, work the drill. He stays with vision. He knows somebody's going to be behind him, right? Boom, sees it, takes a peek, elbows above his eyes. Huge play in the Cotton Bowl. We only stopped him like 3 times. One, they missed a field goal. We got this pick and we got a safety, right? So this stuff is stuff you got to be able to have, and you got to be able to make the play. That's a nice job by him. All right, here we are against SMU. So now we've got a little bit of a different look. So we're in a package here. I'm not going to get too much into our packages and what we're doing, right? But a little bit of a different presentation right now. And so all we've done, we're trying to make it look like man free. And now our 2 high safeties are going to be the strong and weak hook player. This is our dime. He's going to be able to push back to the middle third. And then right now, this is Larry Brooks, who you've seen play the high safety for us. He's in there at nickel, the best 5 play. Right? Or if you're in a package, you got to have your best dudes out there, right? So, right, Macon, not great. Keep pushing to the middle third here, Macon. Don't like it, right? But again, we're playing with vision. They're running the crossers right now. Crosser, crosser, crosser. That's the no cover zone. Great. Second down. That's where we want the ball thrown, right? That's a win. We got to tackle it, but right now we've won. And you should be able to throw a net on this. You can see all our guys with vision. Boom. We should be breaking like bats out of hell right now. Boom, right? Nice job tripping them up. Right? Like see a better tackle, but that's a win for us, especially in a 2-minute situation. That clock's got to run, and you can see their coach in the corner right there around the 40 has to burn a timeout. He does not want to do that. All right, here we are, first game of the year again against UMass. All right, so now, right, everybody's got to know. Curl flat defender, boom, he becomes the third player, right? Good job. Would like to see him not let this guy outside, but nice job of looking to ride the rail. Really nice job by our weak hook defender, our Will linebacker here, of chasing the ball, right? Playing with vision, not an elite throw, right? We got to make him pay. And again, we drill this with everybody. Elbows up above your eyes. Well, here it is, right? Here's our Will linebacker, right? Elbows are above his eyes right there. Really nice play. Bang, right? Took it away from DJ. And there's no better feeling being a defensive coach than when you get offensive coaches to do this, right? If only he would have threw his headset, would that have been a more beautiful sight right there. All right, this is one of the clips that I'm really proud of. All right, so if you're a college coach, don't ever put your spring game on TV. And if you do, don't ever put your spring game on TV and run stuff that you're going to run the first game of the year. Because this split, right? We call this alignment, right? The Jordan alignment, right? It's a 2-3 alignment, and there's probably going to be some type of 2-3 exchange, or in this case, they're going to run the high 5 route. So they had put this on their spring game, and they ran it like 5 or 6 times, different formations out of that alignment. So we watched it, we cut it up, right? And so I love it because you can see them kill the play. And now I love our dudes here, man, like communicating, right? And then boom, they're talking about it. Now look, he turns and tells the corner. So we're running cover 3. The corner's going to bail, and he knows it already, right? So he goes to bail, but the second this dude ran vertical, right, our curl flat defender knew he had to push because we're going to get the high five and the hitch, right? And so the second he saw that, boom, he's vertical. Watch him, bang, right? He knows right now his eyes are going right there to 1, steps in front of it, makes a heck of a play taking the football away from the guy. And then celebrating a little bit. All right, so here's another clip that I absolutely love right here. So this is us against K-State. We ended up beating K-State, really good football team. So we had known going into it that short motion or in some type of short motion, or if they lined up on the hash with some type of shot play with a cut split by 1, right? So we had to check here where if we had the cross country route, we would just take our high safety and our corner would exchange. Our high safety would take the over route. Our corner would push to the middle third. That's a little advanced. We practice that quite a bit. Right. But you can see here what I love, our kids communicating. Like as soon as this happens, we're signaling it. Right. These 3 guys are all letting us know it's pass, correct? And this is our curl flat player. So this is a great clip, an elite clip of curl flat to hinge. So we're running a corner blitz, right? So, you know, a 5-man pressure here, right? But I love our nickel, all right, making here. Here he goes. Boom, he knows it's pass, curl, flat, hinge, right? And because we knew there was some type of over route, you can see his eyes, you can see him look, right? He knows the over route's coming. The quarterback throws it because, again, you know, play action usually sucks your backers up. It does here for us, right? Curl flat to hinge. Elite job of breaking. Bang. Now, they throw the flag, but I'm going to show you they called it off because it was not, because we teach shoulder leverage tackling and taking our head out of it, right? Boom, ball's thrown. Beautiful, right? His head's out of contact. He's using his shoulder. He's contacting the defender, armpits and below. Right, this is a violent legal hit right here. They threw the flag, they reviewed it. We were in great shape, right? Because that's how we teach it. So that's a great job of curl flat to hinge. So he did that early in the year. He did it another game, which I should have put before this, right? But again, here comes short motion. You know, probably some type of shot play, right? Here he goes to curl flat to hinge. They get we're in a bear front here. But they get our backers sucked up, right? Oh, crap. But again, looks like he's open. But because we've got our hinge players working here, you know, we did not work, you know, the check where we push this dude, take the over route and let the corner push back in the middle third this game, right? But great job. Boom. He sees it. Went to take his head off. But I love this clip because watch it in slow motion. Watch the receiver. Goes to catch it. Boop. He took a little peek. He knew it was coming, right? You know, you put it on tape, you get put on tape, or you put them on tape. And because our tape had said that the guy did not want to catch that ball. So again, right now, again, this is you get teams that try to over split you and try to create holes, you know, and that's probably, to be honest with you, when teams start doing stuff like that, you know, man match is probably a little bit better in some ways. But again, we were playing with all vision last year. So, right, this is another good job of our free safety working curl flat hinge. DJ Douglas, who, you know, you've seen him work some of these drills here before, right? But he's going to work to curl flat to hinge here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, hinge, get depth, right? Great job, underrated on this clip of our will linebacker, right? Dorian, of pushing, like there's that curl window. He's working to that curl window to take that away, right? We got 1 yard top of the numbers by the corner. So this is a little bit of that dead area right here, right? But because they ran the switch verticals, right, they're trying to stick that ball in there, right? I would hope our corner could break downhill and have a strike zone hit, but great job by DJ of curl flat hinge. Elbows are above his eyes and made a huge play. You can really see it from the end zone. Shot, right, the ball's thrown. DJ goes back, right, his elbows are up. If I can pause it. are up above his eyes, high point of the football, bang. Like that's a really beautiful play by him. All right, here we are against Southern Miss. All right, so now, so you can get all types of creeper rolls, right? All types of things. We do get into the simulated pressure world. And here we're going to get into it. And so right now, what we're going to do is, all right, we're going to take our nickel, right? And he's going to blitz. So you're going to see our nickel blitz here. All right. They know he's coming. It's not a great alignment. Bad job of coaching by me, right? And so now we just rotated the coverage. So third player, curl flat, strong hook, weak hook, middle third, outside third, dropping our dog in coverage, right? So they know it's pass up front, right? The quarterback knows we're coming. He throws hot throws to the bubble, right? Good job. They think they got numbers. Good job by Larry Brooks of rotating down as a curl flat player, right? Big boy tackle. Really nice play right there. All right. So here, right, again, we're in a little bit of a package here. I'm not going to get too much into that, right? But here's that high five route. So this is the same. It's kind of a fad, like Jordan alignment, usually some type of Jordan exchange, or it's high five, right? It's the offensive coordinator school 101 right now. So, right, Macon's a little bit late. You saw him pick the ball off against UMass, a little late on this one, right? But again, we knew, right, he sees 2, 3, boom, right, 3 sit, 2 vertical, boom. He's pushing the curl flat, right? And I really like this clip, though, because this is a no-throw zone. Right. And I think sometimes people get upset, and I've never called plays, but I know every offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator wants to get upset because this ball is thrown in this area. Right. But when you're running spot drop 3 and you're playing off, which our corner is here, or you're bailing, that's the throw you're going to give up. Every coverage, you have to tell the kids where you're going to be strong and where you're going to be weak at. Right. And this is a weakness in the defense. It is what it is. If we want to take this away, we'll roll the coverage to the field. We'll play 2 or we'll play man. All right. So here, right, this is a dead spot. Good play by them. But this is a great job by Macon of tackling, boom, right, and using power feet, boom, 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 and getting the guy down, right? And it's really a 4-yard gain, right? And that's a no cover zone. So it's 1st and 10. Now, I don't know very many offensive coordinators, if there is any, that are going to do that consistently down the field, that are going to just throw hitches, just throw hitches, just throw hitches. And I think that's where we got people last year, is we were playing so much vision and break. And we mixed in a lot of drop 8 that people weren't patient enough to just take the check down and just work the field or run the ball. And they started throwing stuff into bad windows. And so, hey, man, yeah, this is a good throw, good catch, but it's a 4-yard gain. It is what it is on a pass play. We'll take it. All right, this is from a couple years ago, here, but this is another reason, right? Like, I'm not gonna get too much into the coverages, but this is another scramble drill clip, but it's a really nice clip, and this is before we had really evolved into the curl flat hinge. So we're in match. But it kind of would play the same with him. But like you can see, this is Macon when he was younger. Like we're not as clean as we were, right? And it's not great. And we lose this guy in match coverage here. But this is one of the clips, one of the reasons why we really wanted to start to work, the hinge part a little bit more early and to keep getting depth. And again, I know we're in match. I'm not getting into that, but I really put this clip on here to kind of demonstrate, how we progress to it. And he gets sucked up and he's a little discombobulated. And if he just keeps sinking, right, just like he did as a senior, this is when he was a sophomore, he's the one that's going to come up and make this play, right? And so it was a really nice job by our corner, but this was the clip that really kind of got us, got me thinking, like, man, we got to coach this better than what we were doing. And he's starting to come out of coverage. We can't do that, man. And I just think that curl flat hinge, I think is really, really good. And that's kind of why I put that clip on there. But really, that's kind of all I got. I don't know if there's anybody on here that's got questions.
Yeah. Any questions first off? Second, what's the best way to contact you for people that are watching after the fact?
Oh yeah, great. So the best way to contact me is really through Twitter. My Twitter handle is Coach JCY. So my name's Josh Christian Young, so it's just JCY. And shoot me a DM. If you guys, we're pretty open here, so if anybody needs that clinic, let me know. We really don't have much to hide. We're not really doing a lot of that anymore, so I can definitely push that out.
Awesome. That was great stuff, Coach. Appreciate you.